Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to tonight's episode of Let's Tape It. Tonight we're going to tape a cheap portable game system. I think I got it from Temu. So I'm going to tape this because I need to stop collecting this shit. I've been, like, over the past year or so developing like an unhealthy obsession with collecting these things. Um, I kind of like video games. I kind of don't at the same time. So I enjoy playing them, but I know they're like not a healthy, good use of my time. And it's even a more of an unhealthy use of my time to collect these when I don't even play them. Because I had this huge box, like this huge basket full of these things, and it was must be like OCD related or something, some kind of obsessive compulsive like thing that just some compulsion that urges me to like collect weird shit sometimes. And I need to stop doing shit like that. Um, so I had like just tons of these things. I had tons of them, and some were really like on the cheaper side like this, and some were on the better side like this, like full HDMI. Check that out, dudes. But I hardly ever play any of them though, so I need to just tape them up. Just it's not a good use of my life, not a good use of my space, not a good use of my time, my money, my energy. And I kind of recognized this many months ago, and I've been giving a lot of these away to friends and family and donating them. I've been leaving them in book libraries. I've been selling some of them. And Rachel and I have been doing homeless baskets. Some of the most like simple ones we've been even just putting in those homeless baskets just to give out like gift cards and socks, or just giving entertainment or whatever. But thankfully, I've already stopped like buying more of these. Thankfully, I've already stopped, but I think it's just something I need to also just let go of. Not just these themselves, but just my stupid mindset of obsessively collecting shit that I don't need is what I really need to let go of. Um, so we're gonna tape it up, and hopefully this like ceremony that I do, this little symbolic thing that I do, that we do, because we let's tape it. It's all of us. It's not John tapes it. It's let's tape it. I think letting go ceremonies are more effective when it's viewable by the public. Um, I think it's bad to be like, hey everybody, in the future I'm going to do this. I think it's bad to announce what you're going to do in the future, but I think like letting go of ceremonies is not about the future. It's about like the present and the past. And I think it's more appropriate to involve other people. So sometimes like people let go of stuff. They have these um, like fire ceremonies, and they like break up with somebody. They burn their shit. Like and that sounds ridiculous at first glance, but like there is a bit of like science backing it. Honestly, like yeah, people might think like, oh, I'm gonna burn a box of their shit, and somehow it's gonna make a mental connection to letting go of them. And like some people might think that's bullshit, but do you think the same thing about like a funeral? What is that other than just a letting go ceremony of the person? Like tossing flowers around somebody's gravestone is really all pretty arbitrary. It's just a practice that we all just happen to celebrate, and we just happen to make some connection between the meaning of a flower, a meaning of whatever the fuck, or like writing a goodbye note to somebody and then burning it or whatever. Um, these practices just the practice themselves help you with letting go. And some people do like fire ceremonies, and that destroys the object. And I've done that, and in hindsight, some of the stuff I've destroyed, I kind of regret. I would rather just freeze it in time rather than completely erase it. Because sometimes there are memories that, you know, like, they're memories or objects or people or things or whatever that are not healthy for you, not good for you going forward, but you also don't want to completely erase them from your past. So, or at least for me, I don't want to just destroy something. I don't want to completely forget. The idea of forgetting anything terrifies me. I'd rather just freeze it in time. I'd rather trap it, lock it, and just freeze time on the object, and then me continue to move forward, keep the object in the past. But my choice of preference. Here, check this thing out. It's got English and Chinese, and it's got Mario. I love me some Mario. But anyway, I need to do stupid ceremonies like this to help myself be healthier, help me like let go of the past. And so here we go. Let's tape it, you guys. Also, it's December 26th. It's the day after Christmas. I think tying ceremonies like this to other events in your life or holidays or like other memories, tying them to other memories also help you just like remember the like letting go, burning ceremonies themselves. So it's good to do it, the day after Christmas. It's a good day. It's also a full moon today. Some people refer to shit like this as like a full moon ceremony. Um, yeah, December 26th, full moon tonight, everyone. Around 10 p.m. or so, depending on your time zone. If you have some shit to let go of, burn it or tape it. Just continue to grow, continue to be healthy, continue to let go of bad shit and bring in good shit. There's also some own personal meaning to the day after Christmas for me, because that's the day that, when I was a kid, like my family would often go to stores and like return half of our gifts, and so a lot of the time, like we would play with it for 10 minutes, realize it's not for us, realize we prefer something else, and then my dad would just be like, all right, tape the box back up, we're gonna send it back. And he's kind of like a cheap dude, and it's just the way he was. So we would return a lot of our gifts like the day after Christmas, and like I think there were years where we would leave a family gathering with a car full of gifts from relatives and just go straight to the store and return like half of it. And to do that, you have to tape it up before you go back to the store. Tape it up. Tape is also a good choice in my opinion because it's so loud. Do you hear this? Like I almost have to be quiet. I can't do this in the middle of the night because it could like literally wake people up. It's so loud. Tape is loud, and that actually matters. Like like when people go to funerals, they're bawling their eyes out. They're like screaming their heads off. Like that's not just random. That's that spike in whatever, in anything. That spike is what causes like memories to form. It's what causes attachments. It's what causes like an emotional connection to form and develop. Is spikes. Could be bright lights. Could be loud noises. Could be like a strong physical feeling. But something, a spike in something can help develop a memory or a change, and can incite like just like if you have a flat line every single day, every day, like where's the memory there? Like it all just blends together. But if you have like a big spike, that creates like you're gonna remember that one this part of your day right here is gonna stick out. The spike, and again, I'm sure so most people watching this is only gonna sound ridiculous and silly, but the sound of tape is a similar spike to a sound of like somebody bawling in tears, somebody crying at a funeral, somebody screaming. Like, how much of your childhood do you remember on days where nothing happened? And then how many memories flash back to you of like somebody screaming at you, or like somebody like slamming a tambourine or some shit, like some loud spike? That's what sticks out in people's minds. So just to me, tape is also a good choice because of the loud noise, the loud spike. Tape, tape to me is also a good choice of an object for these kind of letting go ceremonies, because when I was a kid, like my family was like I guess frugal is the kindest way to put it or whatever, but I would buy and sell a lot of shit on eBay to make like money as a child, and that was partly like a small little childhood business of mine, and that was also partly like me starting to judge the value of my own belongings. And I ended up selling a lot of my own personal belongings on eBay just to make money to buy other stuff I would prefer to have. And there's a handful of my own personal belongings that I sold that I ended up regretting. Like my grandma passed away, and I sold her ColecoVision that she gave me, and it was like the only thing that like I got from her, and I sold it for a few $100s, and I taped it up, and um, in hindsight, I regret it, but I sold a lot of my childhood belongings. Like if you look back at some of my old videos, you can see at some points like my room is full of shit, and at some points it's very empty because I was going in and out of minimalism phases, and there were points in my life where I just sold like a lot of my belongings, and so the last time I would see those belongings was packing them up and putting them in a box and shipping them to some person in California, usually for some reason, or Ohio. But I would. Sorry for rambling. Um, but the last time I would see a lot of my belongings was putting them in a box and then taping the box shut. And it's like I would hear that sound of tape. I would do that motion, and it's like, all right, goodbye, object. This is the last time I'm going to see you ever. Goodbye, watch that my grandma gave me for Christmas that I'm selling on eBay. I'm going to put you in the box and tape it up. So I think just that also adds to it for myself personally, of like this mental connection of tape representing letting go. Like I think to a lot of people, like they have a lot more like fire ceremonies. Maybe fire represents like letting go to them and like moving forward. And to me, it's tape. I also have memories of my childhood of like I guess I'll describe it as being pranked and being like taped to a chair and just left there, and like like if somebody would convince me as a child to tape me to a chair, and then they would just leave, and I would be like stuck there taped to a chair, like as a prank, I guess. So there's also that, like, because of that, some kind of emotional connection between tape and just like letting go. And as I've said, I think that, like, I think of a funeral. I think a funeral is going to be more effective if there's a group of people gathering. If like if you picture a funeral with 100 people versus a funeral that you're there by yourself at. Like, if there's 100 people, you're gonna create more memories. You're gonna like take the event more seriously. You're going to like be influenced by just other people being there, and it being a public display. Like, okay, hey world, I'm here at this funeral. This is something I'm doing to let go. Like, this is on. I know I'm like the only one in these videos, but it's still us. It's still let's, like, as in multiple people, because I'm doing this publicly. I'm putting this on YouTube. This is being watched by whoever's bored enough to sit through these, or like, hopefully nobody actually watches these of me just taping, but they could be. I don't know. Like, if you're at a funeral, you don't know who's watching you. But like the fact that anybody could be, like, shows that you're open to presenting to the world that you're open to change, you're open to moving forward and progressing. It probably sounds silly, but yeah, I've not had any pepperoni since I taped up pepperoni. Like, I'm still like not comfortable sharing like the deeper meaning of some of these episodes, but um, it's different. It's like, I don't think I even could verbalize some of the meanings of some of the episodes, because, like, again, sometimes it's like letting go of an object. Sometimes it's letting go of like a habit I have. Sometimes it's letting go of a traumatic event that I keep rerunning in my mind. So, it's just me making an effort to tape up the past. It is really loud. Like, tape is really loud, you guys. All right, goodbye, everybody. Fire channel out.